You're watching Global Toronto. This is Global News at 6.
Now today, the NDP leader responded to Wynne, standing firm on her promise not to use back-to-work legislation to end prolonged strikes. Andrea Horwath is coming under increased attacks by the Liberals and the PCs. Mark Carcasole is with the NDP, and Mark, she's fighting back.
That's right, Farah, and she's remaining very visible while she does that, too. This is the fifth and final stop of the campaign day for the Andrea Horwath NDP team, a day that started at 8:30. Here she is outside the campaign offices of Tara King, a local candidate here in downtown Woodstock, trying to get the word out. She's upping the ante with more stops, trying to talk to more people now that there's more on the line, given what developed this past weekend. A rally in the rain to shore up support for local candidates in London. A coffee stop and some coffee talk with supporters in Sarnia. Then over to meet with local candidates and get the word out in Chatham, St. Thomas and Woodstock. With the premiership now essentially a two-horse race, Andrea Horwath is spending the last few days of the campaign trying to clearly differentiate herself from Doug Ford, insisting the efficiencies he finds will save you no more than $18 a year. When the topic of candidate controversies comes up, Horwath usually retorts by pointing out that multiple PC candidates are in legal trouble for their alleged indiscretions. None of hers are. Things have been positive for Horwath lately, but that doesn't mean she'll win this election. She has to plan for the possibility of a PC minority government. And if that happens, she doesn't seem interested in a coalition with the Liberals, no matter who's in charge there.
She's made some pretty bad choices, and I have no interest in working with a party or a leader that wants to cut public services and that thinks that it's okay to privatize our public assets and sell them off to private interests. And so I will not work with anybody that does that.
Would you consider working with the Liberals if they had a different leader?
I'm not going to disrespect and presuppose the decision of Ontario voters. And I would just say to Ontario voters and people in our province and families in our province, you know, we can make life better. We can fix what's wrong and do what's right by families in our province.
So 5 stops today. The busy but strict final week schedule will continue till election night. We are expecting, now plans are tentative, but we are expecting another 5 stops on the NDP bus tomorrow. We don't know exactly where at this point. There have been some ideas thrown out, but rest assured we will be on the bus with them for a day tomorrow that starts at 7:30 in the morning. So clearly Andrea Horwath trying to get that message out there. Way more stops than she was doing during the last 3 weeks, where they averaged about 2-3 stops a day, going up to probably 5 per day until election day on Thursday. Alan, back to you on the desk.
All right, Mark Carcasole with the NDP for us tonight.